everybody, this is Daniel from Team DBZ Biscuit, sitting here with our other member, Jeffrey Englehart.
Hey everybody.
Whom is controlling the camera. Today I am bringing you a toon deck profile, which I took to a local tournament today, and it actually did pretty well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Start off with the boss lady herself, the one and only Toon Dark Magician Girl. She's the only one of the Toon monsters who can attack the turn that she's summoned, and also she is a special summon, so you can go right into a normal, right into her special summon, and then just swing for face. Next card in the lineup, 2 of Toon Mass Sorcerer. He's your draw power for the deck. And he can also be summoned without Toon Kingdom or Toon World being on the field. And basically that just sets it up to where if you start to brick, you can still defend yourself. And that goes for the next card on the list as well. 3 of Toon Gemini Elf. She's great. She's a 1900 body who can attack directly while Toon World's out on the field or Toon Kingdom. And whenever she does damage, your opponent discards a card at random. Perfect hate for the up-and-coming Exodia decks that I'm seeing, or foreseeing, whichever you want to call it. And the next one is personally my favorite card in this deck because he's so adorable. 3 of Toon Cyber Dragon. Basically, he's like the regular Cyber Dragon. Special summon from hand as long as you don't control a monster and your opponent does. Main reason I run 3 over 2 is because 1, you're going to be banishing a lot of cards. You don't want to banish all of them. And also, he's just so easy to get out. I mean, Toon Mask, searching the hand with Toon Table of Contents, there's no reason not to play him at 3. Next card in the lineup, Toon Mermaid. She is a free special summon, but she can only be special summoned when Toon World or Toon Kingdom is out. The only downside to her is you gotta pay 500 life points each time to attack. And also she can't be normal summoned when Toon World is not out, so yeah, she could lead to very brickable hands. The next card in the lineup is Toon Ancient Gear Golem, which I personally like better than Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, just because whenever Toon Kingdom does get destroyed, he stays, and also card effects can't be activated when he attacks until the end of the damage step. And also, he's still got that 3,000 butt that Blue Eyes Toon Dragon just doesn't have. But he might be getting cut here soon once I can get my hands on a third Toon Mass Sorcerer. That's it for the monster lineup. On to the spells. To start off, the MVP of the deck. Triple Toon Kingdom. This card is treated as Toon World while it's on the field. You activate it by banishing the top 3 cards of your deck instead of paying 1,000 life points. And also, your toons can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects. And whenever a toon monster would be destroyed, you banish the top card of your deck and deck face down, and it saves that monster. Next card would be Toon Table of Contents. 3 of. It's your Searcher. Helps you get into your Toon Kingdoms. Helps you get into your power plays. Basically just helps you get into whatever you want, whatever the situation calls for. So why not run it at 3? 1 Shadow Toon. Basically this card is just a game ender. For when your opponent has a monster out and you don't trust their back row or something along those sorts, just burn it out of them. It's as long as you control Toon World, target one monster they control, and they lose life points equal to that monster's current attack. This one also helps for finishing out games. Toon rollback. You can target one toon monster you control, and it can make a second attack during the battle phase. Really good card. Followed by two Meta Cats. This card, you gotta control a toon monster in a toon world to be able to activate it, but basically it steals any card from your opponent's graveyard. And that's just the holy shnikes in my opinion. That's amazing. Then you got your 3 of Comic Hand, because let's face it, who doesn't love an unlimited snatch steal? Then you got your 3 of Terraforming, because let's face it, without Toon Kingdom in this deck, you're dead. Enough said on that note. On to the trap lineup. Run double Toon Mask. If you control Toon World, you can target one monster your opponent controls. And you can special summon one Toon monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to that monster's level or rank. Gotta love it. Next up, double Toon Briefcase. I would run 3, but it gets a little sketchy at 3 sometimes. And also, this is just perfect because basically it's bottomless. Just it returns it to the deck instead of destroying and banishing. Next card in the lineup is 2 Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell, because this deck just dies to cards like MST, Twister, things along those lines. And this card just, it helps those things go cry in a corner, basically. Next cards on the lineup, fairly stable. Solemn Warning, 1 Compulse, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, because this deck can activate it, and basically with as many trap and spell cards as you run it can turn it off basically whenever you want. And 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, because bottomless is bottomless. Enough said. And that's it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. I run 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7. Thank you very much, Jeff. I really appreciate you. Basically, this is just a staple rank 6. If you're running rank 6s or Constellar monsters, you want to run this card. He's too good. Then there's Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger. Basically, he can be made over, well, I don't run rank 7s, but he can be made over, or he can be run over rank 6s and rank 5s. So basically, let's say you have your Shark Fortress, or let's say something along the lines of like Volcasaurus. Once his materials are used up, overlay into him, you can do piercing damage to your opponent, which in a lot of cases, from what I've seen, is a good thing, because let's face it, Shaddolls are still a thing. They're still going to be a thing for a while. Gotta love them. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Number 61, Volcasaurus. Yeah, rank 5s, if you're running them, you're running this. And also, I personally adore this card because it saved me in so many Yang Zing matchups. Xiao Fang, just go die somewhere very quickly. Next one of Shark Fortress. This card's good because it helps protect your Toon monsters from attacks. That way you don't have to banish anything from Toon Kingdom being out. Basically, his effect, while he's out, no other monster you control can be targeted for attacks except for him, and he's a 2400 beater. And also, he helps to end the game as well. You detach 1 material, and target one monster you control, and it can make a second attack during the battle phase. Next card on the list is one Castell. Let's just face it, Castell, he's staple in almost any deck nowadays. Gotta love being able to shuffle a card back into the deck. I mean, who doesn't like that?
Or Book of Moon.
Or you can detach a single detach from it, and basically, he's
Book of Moon.
Yeah, Book of Moon. I was trying to say Maestro, but moving right along. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Well, Shark, because he eats things. Come on now. He's a tiger shark. If you open up his belly, you'd probably find a license plate, a board, and half of a small boy. Okay, I'm sorry, that was kind of morbid, but next up, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Mostly this card, I use it for the plays to try and get over like cards that my toons can't attack over. Let's say the field's let's say you don't have Toon Kingdom out, and you have some level 4s, and they get a card that Toon Dark Magician Girl just can't attack over, or Gear Golem. This card saves your neck.
You can't have Toon Dark Magician Girl without Toon Kingdom.
Jeff, nobody likes you. Okay, anyway, sorry for that remark. Evil Swarm Exciton Knight.
Because why not?
Yeah, because basically, he's a nuclear bomb. But in the essence of Keith Richards, he survives the blast. Okay, next card in the lineup, number 82, Heartland Draco. I've seen a lot of people not running him anymore, but I still run him because who doesn't love the ability to detach a material and swing you at your opponent's face for 2,000?
Not to mention Shark Fortress.
And also not to mention also the fact that he can't be targeted for attack as long as you control a face-up spell. But that can also hurt in the end result. See further rulings. One, Karen Gordon. He basically, whenever your opponent targets a spell or trap you control and tries to destroy it, you can detach a material form and redirect the effect to another target.
Legal target.
Legitimate target. One Gaga Cowboy, just because Gaga Cowboy is, again, the Holy Schnikes. One Rhapsody in Berserk, because he can banish cards and also he can boost...
Stomps Necro's face in.
Yeah. Curve Stomps Necros, and also, worst comes to worst, you can attach him to one of your toons and boost it by 1,200 attack. One Ragna Zero.
Because Clees are still a thing.
Yeah, because, of course, Clees are still a thing, and also, you still get your Rogue, your Senju players, like myself. And, yeah, that just takes a dump on them. As long as you can get to go off before Combo 1 comes out. But that's beside the point. One Abyss Dweller, because everybody hates Burning Abyss. Yeah, Burning a Boob. Thank you, Jeff. That's a better thing for it. And last but certainly not least, one of my favorites, Diamond Direwolf. Basically, detach, target him, target something else, pop it. He's just a last-ditch resort. That's it for the extra deck. Next, we're just going to be going into some cards that didn't quite make the cut for me, but can still be used in this deck to do very good things. Card number 1, Necroface. This card, in longer matchups, does great for the deck because basically it gets a boost for each banished card that you have and shuffles them all back into the deck. And also he's tribute fodder for Toon Dark Magician Girl. Gotta love it. Next up on the list is Toon Cannon Soldier. He's just cheap. He's a cheap shot. Tribute a monster and burn your opponent for 500. And to go with him, Scapegoat. And also, if you activate Scapegoat during your opponent's turn, then you can use it to do further tributes or pop them off with Toon Cannon Soldier to deal a hefty chunk of damage. Torrential Tribute is definitely one of those cards because, yeah, nuke your opponent's field and banish cards to save yours. Next, Artifact Lancia, which is actually probably about to make its way into my side deck for mirror matchups. And yeah, Cosmos, you butthole. Sorry, he's a Cosmos player, and I do not like him right now. Next card. Next card on the lineup that would probably be a good side deck option. Magic Cylinder. Because, hey, who doesn't love being able to protect their monsters and then take their opponent's attack and shove it right back in their face? Who doesn't love that?
Too bad it can't be used in mirror.
Yeah. Next card. This is one I personally like. Balance of Judgment. Basically, it's one of the newer cards that just came out of Clash. I personally love it. It has an Exciton effect because your opponent has to have more combined cards on field and in hand than you do. Then you draw cards equal to the surplus. That's pretty freaking good. Plus, the guy's got an awesome beard. Let's say that.
Too bad it's not solemn something or other.
Yeah. Next up, one I was running for a while, but I decided to cut it.
Thankfully, you did.
Field Barrier. Because, yeah, you want to be able to protect your Toon Kingdom at all costs. And if they try to get rid of that before Toon Kingdom, they're just going to have to waste more resources to try and get rid of your Toon Kingdom. Next up, I don't know why I'm not running this in main, but seems to be doing pretty well without it. One Toon World. Because, like some other people I've heard stated before, you want to run more Toon World effects than your opponent has answers for. Let's say they run 3 MSTs main first game. You want to have the 4th Toon World effect just to be able to go off. And these last 2 cards are just some of my personal choices. Gauntlet Launcher, because just more destruction, more things to protect your toons, so on and so forth. And the last card, this is one I'm iffy about, but I'm still considering it. Exchange of the Spirit. Let's just say you hit one of those matchups where they destroy all of your Toon Kingdoms and a lot of your Toon stuff is already in the graveyard. You get into this, activate it, and doesn't necessarily reset the game. At that point, you're probably still going to lose, but it might bring you back. Well, that is it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to be bringing you more here soon.